Hey, what's going on? Late afternoon, early evening vibe. How's it going? I got a lot of things to do, y'all, and I'm gonna be completely honest. I do not have the mental fortitude to work by myself right now. Being gone for a few weeks, being out of my regular flow, the focus needs to renew itself. We need to recalibrate. We need to build our mental endurance back up. Because I really wasn't applying it while I was gone in Japan. I was really just doing whatever I want to do. So yeah, for me to dive deep into these sessions, I need your support, some accountability, some community. So the number one chill spot on the internet, we here at a different time, little pop-up stream. Shout out to Meditating Monkey going through some changes, although everything feels like it's falling apart. At the end of the day, we are deconstructing just to reconstruct. Even if you do get laid off, you have skills, you have abilities, you understand, and you're gonna have to apply them in this new space of uncertainty. And instead of freaking out thinking that everything's going to go wrong, you need to shift your perspective, shift your view, and be like, man, anything could happen. And that means like better, bigger things for me, positions that are more aligned for me. This may feel like a crossroad of pain, but very much well it could be a crossroad of great change as well, right? It's all perspective. A lot of the worrying we do, we should realize, is almost like a negative form of meditation, right? So instead of worrying constantly, go into a positive form of meditation and just vision the life you want. Vision a better position. Vision the best case scenario for yourself. And remind yourself, no matter the situation that you are in, you are going to make something happen. You're going to plant seeds, sprout them, and blossom. We all go through tough times. We all go through uncertainty. We all go through the same things in our own unique experiences and situations. So shout out to Meditating Monkey. Do not worry out there. Sending blessings and prayers for you. Today I'm going to be working on I got some video commitments coming up, some collaborations, so I gotta get some ideas flowing. And I want to change I want to upgrade the feeling of the video, so a little bit more editing in them, maybe. We'll see. So we're going to be plotting on that today. A little bit of a session. It's really actually kind of warm in here. I'll let some people come into the chat. It's good to be back. Like if you were here earlier, I've been back for like 6 days, but jet lag had me, yo. Jet lag had me crazy. I don't know how. I don't know how like touring musicians travel all over the world, but I guess they're just jumping from time zone to time zone, that their body is just, just moving constantly. I don't know. But like shifting time zones is difficult. It's difficult. Shout out to everybody here in the number one chill spot on the internet. We have a lot of things to get back in motion. I'm very, very happy to be here. Shout out to McKenna. Shout out to Peach Tea. Amara's back in here. Nice to see Amara again. Second time for the day. Ishmael is here. Coco Monroe. Julie is here. Naja is here. Hey, good to see Naja. Nice to see you again. It's been a few weeks. Japan was very blessed. Japan was very good. So many good experiences. So much good food. And I'm definitely going back before the year is over. I said that last year, but I'm definitely going back before the year is over. I want to go back and spend a month, but if I do go back and spend a month there, I'm definitely bringing my equipment this time and I'll stream while I'm there. Ginger Glow's in the building. Ginger Glow. I have not had ginger in like weeks. Actually, no, I had ginger with my sushi. But I need to have some more intentional ginger. Actually, I got some sea moss right now soaking at the crib, which I need to blend up. So, Yeah, I'm gonna do like a little sea moss, mango, coconut, ginger smoothie with a little bit of cayenne for the blood circulation. Mhm. We got Robbie in the building. Shout out to Robbie. Robbie, where were you? I didn't know you were going somewhere, or did I? Where were you at, Robbie? Where did you travel to? Rose says I want to go to Hokkaido. I don't know how to say that. Hokkaido. Next time I visit Japan. There's so much to visit in Japan, right? And like my first two trips were really much just exploring, the Golden Three, Osaka, Kyoto, Tokyo. Next time I take my daughter, we're gonna go explore the less popular places, but the places that have the hidden gems. I want to discover more places that aren't just thriving with tourists. But the next time I go by myself, which will be before the year is over, I'm literally just gonna go back to Tokyo and just do, because I love Tokyo. Me and Tokyo go together, man. I see myself living there for a little bit. Okay. We also got Big Homie E in the building. Shout out to the Big Homie. I see you, my brother. We got Umami. What a beautiful name. Beautiful people, beautiful name. Ayu's in the building who says, I met you when I was just a kid. You've helped me so much. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm assuming you've turned 18 or something, and maybe you came across me when you're like 15 or something. Someone says, I love your space. You should give us tips on how to decorate. I should do that. You know what I have to do? Like, some of you may feel like, oh, why does he gatekeep certain things? And it's not that I gatekeep. It's that a lot of things are very intuitive for me. And I have to reverse engineer my process to be able to verbally explain it. Like, when I set up a scene or I decorate, it's not like I plan it beforehand or like it's like I communicate it to myself in language. It's just very intuitive. So sometimes I'm like, man, I need to reverse engineer so I can explain things in clear, concise communication. So that's the only reason why I haven't like done certain videos like that. Okay. I use met you when I was 17. Now I'm 23. Okay, wow, you've been around for a while then. You're not even that new. Robbie was in Orlando. Okay, okay, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, Tokyo was fire. Tokyo was fire. As it should be, as it always is. Love Tokyo. Got Korean here, Coco here. It's a little bit of a later vibe, and we haven't really been around, so I don't really expect too many people to join in today. But I think there's going to be a lot of study streams. So if you're in the chill space, if you're in our private community, actually we made some changes. It's actually a lot easier to sign up now. So now if you go to heinz.com/chill, it's a lot easier. You don't have to go through the Kofi. We made some changes to better the user experience. And yeah, a lot of study streams will be scheduled in. Pretty much, I'm going to be streamlining my whole work process definitely for the next couple of weeks. I need y'all support, the accountability, and I want to be there for others. While I was gone, I was noticing a lot of people rewatching old study streams and throwing it up in their stories, saying that the replays were really helping them and that they missed new ones. So, it's good to be back. It's good to get back in the flow of things with everybody. Really a blessed community. Got the little Osmo here. I got to go through all the footage. I use this to film in Japan. It's a nice little camera, I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't give me exactly I'm so used to seeing myself in like, this beautiful lighting and stuff. So it's a little tricky sometimes with other cameras, but still did the job. Someone says, Faith hike in the Vancouver area. My brother, I would say, I don't know the name of it, but it's definitely close to Squamish. I wish I remember the name, but absolutely amazing views. On my Instagram last summer, there's some photos. It's not fully Squamish, but it's like it might just be West Van, but I don't remember the name. I was actually thinking about doing a live stream on a hike as long as there's good service. With this thing, I was actually yesterday I was researching how to live stream with this if it was possible, and it is possible. So maybe we're gonna do some in real life streams, which will be quite exciting. We have to plan all these things. My intention, my challenge, my mood for the next season is to become really good with preparation. I've always been an amazing editor. I've always been amazing at telling a story after the fact or making sense of things. Where my weakness has always been is in pre-production or just planning, period. Like I'll go to a brand new country and just go, a little preparation. And I want to really strengthen my preparation because we're moving into a strong season of collaboration. We're working with more people, and to create good projects with these people and bring things into fruition, I need to communicate my ideas concisely and effectively. And the only way I can do that is with proper preparation, which prevents poor performance. So that is what I am focusing on in this next season to strengthen. If there's anything that you feel like you need to strengthen or you're focusing on, throw it in the chat. Let me know maybe what your intention is. We can only focus on so many things at once. I know all of us have all these areas of our life that we're trying to get to, but sometimes we really need to simplify and just say in the next 90 days, what is the one or two things I'm going to focus on? What is going to move the needle forward and just give it my undivided attention instead of spreading our attention all over the place. And then what happens? We realize 6 months go by and we haven't really moved that needle forward anywhere. And then now we have less confidence with ourselves because we haven't produced the evidence we desired. So for me, proper preparation is exactly what I'm going to be getting deeper into. More pre-production, more visioning beforehand. Any tips for procrastination? I try to see procrastination as a part of the process. It's not a stumbling block, right? It's like if you have an older car and sometimes the car takes a minute to rev up, that's the procrastination. But what do? You continue, you put your foot on the gas, and then the next thing you know, the engine starts and you're on your way forward. Also, if you've been procrastinating, try to see if you have attached a negative emotion to the task you're trying to do. What do I mean by that? Back in the day when I used to just make music, I hit this really bad creative block. And this creative block was like the first time that I just felt like I couldn't really, I'm not gonna say I couldn't create no more, but what the problem was I was just creating bad music. And because I was creating bad music consistently for a period of time, I created this negative emotion around making music. So anytime I would think about making music, I would procrastinate because the fear would drop into my mind. What if I make something that sucks again and then I'm not happy with myself and all my value is wrapped up in it? So I created this negative emotion with something that I love. And anytime I thought about it, I would procrastinate. And it took me years to actually understand that I did that. And I was like, man, I love making music, but why don't I do it? And I'm like, oh, you're procrastinating it because you have this underlying negative narrative attached to it. So then I have to go and rewrite the narrative, right? So try to see if there's another reason for your procrastination. Another thing for procrastination, accountability, community. Put yourself in a different environment. Join the streams here if you need some support and accountability, right? And just take that step. Know that once you get 30% into the process, you're moving, you understand, you gliding, you good. It's just that initial startup, and then you're happy. Like nobody has ever procrastinated going to the gym, went to the gym and then regretted it, right? Unless they like really hurt themselves. Nobody, right? Nobody, not even for a run, you're like, I don't want to go for a run. Next thing you know, you're running. You're like, oh man, I feel so good. Right? So try to focus on that as well. Remind your brain that there is a reward. Oh, I'm procrastinating. I don't want to do this thing. But also there's a reward. That reward will be satisfying. The completion, the execution is going to give me the confidence. The reward's going to bring me something in the future, getting closer to whatever I desire, whatever I am working towards. Remind your brain there is a reward, right? You don't have to be fixated on the reward, but you can remind yourself there's a reward. And sometimes also remind yourself how you're going to feel if you don't do the thing. If I don't do this thing, what's going to happen? Oh, I'm going to feel the emotional burden from it, the emotional weight. I'm going to have more to carry because now I'm behind. And something I do is when I'm procrastinating and I'm overwhelmed, I literally, this is why I have this here, is I just write down what is the first three things I have to do. I just, and I do a brain dump. Just dump it all down. Oh my God, whatever I'm thinking, whatever the emotional shit I'm carrying, la la la. And then I just like, okay, what are the things I need to do? And just write down three things. And nothing else matters about except for these three things. And those three things may be very simple. Like let's say I have to make a video. The first thing will be, I'm going to schedule like when I'm scripting. Second thing, maybe I'm going to script it away. And then I'll just do like, okay, now find sounds. Like I'll get real detailed into the steps and not make it vague. Like if the step is just make a video, that's too big. If I'm procrastinating, that's too big of a task. Instead, I'll be like, go to epidemic.sound and look for music, or go into your backlog of the music you made and look for music, and I'll start there. Oh, now I hear some music I'm vibing to. I'm getting a little bit of ideas. Okay, what's the next step? Oh, well, what's my next step? Write a couple quotes, find the meaning, find the message, and then I go to that. You know what I'm saying? Break it down, because I found for myself, make a video is too big. Sometimes that task is way too big for me. Make a video, what? That just means so much. Okay, no, instead of make a video, find a sound you love. Tiny steps, incremental steps, and go from there. Right. And procrastination, again, it's really a part of the process. It's something we all experience, but we can build the neuroplasticity and the resilience to move right through it. And it's not something that causes us to stop. It will be amazing if we get to a place where we're not constantly in this start and stop cycle, right? And we conquer that and we stay in motion, and motion won't look the same every single day, right? Like some days you may get more done, some days you may get less done. That is fine. But you're in consistency. You're in motion at least, right? You're not completely getting off the bike, then beating yourself up, then trying to get back onto the bike, right? You have grace with yourself, but it's a lot easier to move something that's already in motion, right? So we keep it in motion. It's a beautiful thing. I'm gonna get the timer up on the clock. The timer up on the clock. Geez, Heinz. I'm gonna get the timer up on the screen because today is a work stream. As much as I would love to just talk and talk and talk, today we are working. That is why we are here. How long were our sessions back in the day? I forget. Are we gonna do 45 minutes or are we gonna do 55? I'm gonna do 45 for the first one since I'm a little bit weaker right now. And nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with admitting right now, this week, my mental fortitude is a little bit weaker. Before I went to Japan, focus was really good. I can confidently say right now, my focus isn't as good right now because I've been gone. I've been out of the rhythm. I've been out of things, you know? That's fine. Ain't no problem with that. Ain't no problem with that. Hey, we got Brazy World, Bruce Lee, Ciara here. Anthony here. Who'd you go to Tokyo with? Your daughter. Yes, my daughter. But young me, my young mini G, but she's herself. You know, she's her own being. But yes, I went with my daughter. Okay, we're gonna do a 45-minute timer for show. Bruce Lee, what are you studying on? I'm scripting some videos, scripting some videos, and potentially might shoot some B-roll tonight after the stream, some B-roll to make because the days where like if there's B-roll in my videos, a lot of my videos there aren't lately, but if there is B-roll in my videos, I don't like shooting it all in the same session. Sometimes it's just tiring to me. I like to like film my dialogue one day and the B-roll another day. Any tips for inner conflict? That's a big question. We could go too deep on that one. I'm not going to get into that one, but Anthony, ask that one again if you're in another stream and we'll get to it. It's because I just want to make sure we get to this work. Rachel's here. Nice to see you, Rachel. Anyone else happy Heinz is back and we are live streaming again? Yes, I have missed y'all. I was actually saying earlier, I was like, man, it's actually kind of interesting how like you can spend so much time with people through a live stream and then actually miss them. You know, like it's interesting. It's interesting. Okay, beautiful. 124 people in here, 43 likes. Didn't even have to tell y'all to like the video. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I was also talking to a buddy today about helping design some merch and some products and stuff like that. Some merchandise, like, you know, especially the clothing. And it was a really good chat, a lot of really good ideas. So I'm really excited to get that ball rolling. Yeah, we just had that chat. It was really good. Really good. Okay, so y'all know if I mean, I'm sure y'all have been here before for these streams. The guide for the game, the rules of the game, you know, 45 minutes up on the clock, we apply ourselves. Apply the energy in the direction that matters, you know, use the power of accountability. You know, sometimes you have to identify that you can't do everything by yourself. Sometimes you have to identify that like you may not be your best by yourself. You know, you may try to be an isolated warrior, but you may actually thrive better with people. And in this digital era where a lot of us do work by ourselves or find ourselves, you know, more isolated doing the things that we love to do or the things that we get to do or whatever, we have to find ways to get creative to use the power of community and accountability. And that is really the theology and the tone and the meaning behind these streams, right? So I always greatly appreciate everyone that joins these, because as much value as I hear it is for you and for other people, it's a value for me as well, right? So this is a beautiful engagement transaction going on just with our presence. Okay. If you're ready, let me know if you're ready. I got a clean desk. I got a drink. My notepad first to get into here and write down my steps of what needs to be done. Right? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Set a guideline for my session, right? A pathway. And then, yeah, we're going to be scripting a video. And then tomorrow we're going to shoot this video and we're going to edit the video all in one day. Why not? Why not? It's beautiful. Got Julie here. Got Miss Talea here. And we got Visual here. Alexandra is ready. Amara is ready. AR is ready. Okay, we're going to get right into it. Nice to see you, AR. It's been a minute. Timer going. I'm going to throw the music up, a little lo-fi vibes, and I'll see you on the other side. doing out there in focused land? Number one chill spot on the internet. First round complete. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling highly blessed and highly favored. Y'all really supporting me right now, because I tell you, before I was struggling to focus. But when you have 169 people watching you, you ain't got nothing else to do but to perform and to focus. So it's a good thing. You know, we're getting a good grip on this video idea, completely simplifying the process. It's looking good so far. Liking it. Bird says, I wish you could see this pink and purple sunset. Oh man, shout out to the sunset. Who watched the eclipse yesterday? Anybody watch the eclipse? Anybody do that? Little break, how about that? I wish I could run to the store actually and get some juice or something like that, but that would take too long. That would take too long, y'all. Little 5-minute break, how about that? Little 5-minute break, how about that? Perfect. Nice. It's about 5:38 p.m. where I am. It's crazy because Tokyo's 17 hours ahead, so my body had to adjust to another time zone, where right now if I was in Tokyo, again, it would be like 10 a.m. something like that, you know? Just getting the day started. Beautiful sunny day outside. Leslin said, no eclipse for me. I love my eyes. Yeah, I did see one of the most popular Google searches after the eclipse was, my eyes are burning. My eyes don't feel right. Which is like, yo, y'all need to relax, yo. Be careful out there. You know, in hindsight, our sight is so important. It's everything. Min says, much love from the mountains. Rua says, thanks for helping me finish my work. Leslin says, drink lots of water, my friend. I do need some more water. I already tapped out of my water bottle here. Man, at times like this, I wish I had a little water boy runner. That'd be kind of fire. If I had somebody where I could just be like, hey, Charles, go get me some water. And I'll do it, obviously nice, but you know, that'll be a vibe. Maria says, I just discovered your channel. Thank you for the content. Soothing and eye-opening. Well, I'm so glad that you're here. It's beautiful when people are just discovering what we're doing, and we're really just getting started. We're really just getting started. It's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. We're just getting started. Spoken Barn says, my hibiscus tea bag quote is, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. The Tao. That's so true. I love the Tao. Lao Tzu must have just been sitting there by the rivers and sitting there in nature, observing exactly how that immaculate design works, and then just jotted down all his reflections and observations, and thousands of years later we still have those. It's a beautiful thing. Do you feel rested after your Japan trip? No. Japan definitely took a lot out of me. It definitely took, I wouldn't say it was like a restful trip, you know. Every day you're doing like 50,000 steps, you're walking a lot. I'm entertaining my child, spending money. So it's just like every day you just spend the money. You're like, oh my God, I'm spending so much money. So it wasn't a trip where you feel rested, but it was still a nourishing trip in different ways. Will you be live tomorrow? I gotta go to the dentist tomorrow. and I got to film a video tomorrow. So I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm going to be scheduling this week's live streams and next week live streams later tonight. You can catch those in our chill space. You feel rested after your Japan trip? Oh, I already read that one. What's for dinner tonight, y'all? What are y'all doing for dinner? What's for dinner? I have no idea what I'm doing for dinner. Do I got greens at home? Oh, I still got some asparagus. I need to make the asparagus. I did some asparagus last night. It was good. Definitely gonna do some asparagus later. I'm sure you found some delicious ramen. Yeah. Crazy thing is I only had ramen once. Again, you know, I'm with my daughter, so it's like I'm more catering to her. I only had ramen once, but you know, my buddy took us to like a fire spot, like a low key spot. That's a good thing about having friends in different countries, that when you go there, you can kind of bypass all the ones on TikTok, and you get brought, and your people can bring you to like the true spots. So, you know, we have a spot, we have a couple spots out there now. We have one sushi spot we go to, and we have like really good talks, really good vibe actually. We go have sushi. We'll be there for like 2 hours. We'll eat like a big platter of sushi. We'll have some drinks, you know, have some sauce. We just go all out, and you know, we just connect. You know, that's my brother for real, my brother for life. So it's really nice to do that. My favorite, I think that's what I enjoy the most when I'm out there, is actually just like food and like conversation, and then like walking around, you know, observing fashion, cool shops. I went to this beautiful incense store. It was like the incense of all incense. Like this was the craftsmanship of all incense. They probably had 50,000 scents, and they had all the potions on the walls, and they had all these samples and these beautiful snakeskin leather books. And they just took their craft to another level, and they had these soap bars, and I put one in my living room, and now my whole living room is smelling like a whole freaking vibe. And I was just like, man, I belong to live. I belong here. This is where I belong. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Someone said coconut curry. I miss my coconut curry. You know, I miss me coconut curry. Yeah. Cajun Alfredo. Nice. Someone said some Cajun Alfredo. The pastas are too heavy for me. Breads, pastas, even rice. I only like rice in like small portions. Rice is heavy for me. Okay, we're gonna get back into this round. Y'all know how it is. We get busy. We stay applying ourselves. You know, we live in tricky times. I think these are times where we should definitely be focusing on leveling up our skills, becoming more resourceful, and leveling up our finances. The world is drastically changing, and the people who be running things, it seems like they want us all just to be broke and like be peasants while they can be lords on this earth. So I advise everyone to build. Let's build. Let's become more resourceful. Let's have options, right? It's a beautiful thing when we have options. We're gonna be more resourceful people with options and opportunities. Nora says, after seeing your video on things you wish you knew in your 20s, I've been trying to make sure I don't ghost my friends. I forgot about that video. I forgot I made that video. That wasn't even that long ago. Cool. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah. Nurture those connections, man. Those are bridges into worlds. It's a beautiful thing. Although I have those regrets, it's like I still have like, you know, we're still gonna form more beautiful relationships and all of that, you know, so we can take those regrets from the past and apply them to the present. But I'm glad I could share some of those regrets, so you don't have to make some of, so you don't have to have the same regrets that I have. That's what it's all about. We all go through things and then we pass that wisdom down because we're all students and teachers of one another. And the next generation should always get better, should be faster, because they're absorbing and applying the wisdom from the generation beforehand. That's just how it should be. And then that's how we just continue to evolve the planet and the consciousness and just the well-being for everybody. And it's a process. Peace is a process. I believe we were given the blueprint for peace a long time ago, but it's a process to create a planet that truly embodies peace. We're going to go through conflict. There's going to be more wars, and hopefully one day, maybe in a couple thousand years, it'll be more peaceful than division. We can hope, but we can work towards it. Okay, 55 minutes on the clock because we are OGs, and we can apply ourselves in the direction that matters. I love it. Sun is blooming, energy is going. See you on the other side. On the other side, that was pretty good. Other side, it was actually, it was a Value Village I was filming in. It wasn't a Walmart or a Winners. It was a Value Village. So yeah, thrift shop. Thrift. 55 minutes on the clock. Timer going, music up. All right, cool. And we zoom in through this idea right now. We zoom in through this sketch. I don't like to call my videos scripts. I like to call them sketches. It's a beautiful sketch, and yeah, really liking it. Really simplified the process. You know, we could try all these like productivity apps, and then sometimes I find that my favorite is Apple Notes. Like facts. Apple Notes is just so much more simpler. The only negative is you can't organize things by date, but I just find the simplicity for me is everything. Absolutely everything. Um, I still got more work to do, but I need to take a break and leave and get some cold water, get some like spirulina juice, and then I'm gonna come back for another session this evening. So I will be back in a little bit. We'll have like a little 5-minute break, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna come back. So if you want to join us later, I will be here, but I can't go for another round right now. And I don't want tea right now. I need something cold. And I just don't have anything with me. I wasn't prepared like that. So my apologies. HT Hines, could you give me some thoughts on dealing with being ghosted in a relationship? Really struggling with that right now. If you feel like you didn't do anything to be ghosted, you literally cannot do the mental gymnastics on what happened. Oh man, they just turned on the lawn mower. I've been ghosted before, and then sometimes you have to realize it could be everything that's going on with them, and they just don't know how to properly communicate or explain what is happening. It definitely hurts, right? And it's definitely like so much uncertainty. Like, yo, what happened? What do I do? Now you're relaying conversations, you're relaying actions. Did I do anything? If you have no possible sign of clarity on what you did, there's literally nothing you can do. You literally just have to like shift your attention, your energy, and hope for the best for them. Hope they're in the best place, whenever it may be. And maybe one day you get that closure, but maybe you don't, right? You can't force closure. But if there is a reason, well, now there's something to reflect on. But sometimes, again, I have ghosted people and it really has nothing to do with them. And it was just my poor communication, or I just really was just in a space where I was like, listen, it's just, I like low maintenance friendships. I'll be honest. I don't like too many high maintenance friendships just because this is how I am. But yeah, it happens, man. It happens. It happens. I've done projects with people who ask, hey, I need your time and your energy. Do projects with them. And then they don't publish the project and don't say nothing. And you're like, yo, I thought this was good. I thought we had a vibe. What's going on? Multiple times I've had this happen. It pisses me off. But again, what are you supposed to do? Can't do much, right? So sometimes we have to just learn to be more selective with our energy and who we choose to give that energy to, and just keep it moving. But we don't want to waste too much time in the mind going over those things, because, you know, we need to move the needle forward in our lives. You know, and there's a lot of people out there that do want to spend time with you, you know, that won't ghost you, right? We just got to be ourselves undeniably. So the ones that love us can come closer, and the ones that don't can, you know, they can just go somewhere else. They can go waste somebody else's time. Just thinking about all the people that wasted my time. Okay, y'all. I need to go hydrate myself. Need to go hydrate myself, and yeah, I should be back. If I'm not back, then I ended up changing my mind, but I should be back. What time is it? Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, y'all. I'll see you later. Shall be back.